Welcome to another episode of Meet Me Outside. It's your boy Kunal. It's your boy Dennis. It's your boy Bruce, who you may not be seeing. You know, you said something to me as soon as you walked in.
It's all I could think about.
Okay, so if you've been tuning in a couple, was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Came back from tour.
Absolutely. Great time.
Of course.
Lifetime of memories.
Lifetime of memories and a little bit of cash.
A little bit of I mean.
More memories than cash.
More memories than cash. More memories than cash.
But the memories are invaluable, so it's just, it all works
It's
out.
fine. You know what, man? You know when every time you have said, yeah, we came back with some money, I think about the way what you think of is good money, and I'm just so saddened.
Well, I have to think of it as that's good money because, first of all, for my lifestyle, it is good money.
Yes, I get that.
If I can make some rent money and shit, that's great.
Sure.
But you got to be happy with what you have. Isn't that Buddhism? You just was that Buddhism or Shania Twain? You got to be happy with what you got.
Yeah.
You get what you give.
If it makes you happy, it can't be so bad. It can't be so bad.
I think that song's about heroin.
I think it is about heroin. We should have bought heroin with the money.
Why do you think we stopped in Columbus? I had to make a pickup and a drop off.
I'm going to tell you right now, then you made money.
Columbus was the only place that checked for vaccination cards, I realized, by the way.
And it wasn't necessary.
They checked for vaccination cards, but not deodorant.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Smelly.
Stinky
Still
town.
a good time, though.
Yeah, great time. So this is the thing. We were in Pittsburgh, and for those who don't know, to recap, we were in Pittsburgh, and we got a nicer Airbnb, which isn't even all that great.
Yeah. Your idea of a nice Airbnb makes me sad.
Yeah,
Fuck
I know.
you. How about that?
No. I meant you thought it was good, and I'm like, this is just fine.
It's the nicest place I ever stayed.
You tried to leave, and you wanted to stay past.
There was ants, and I was like, we can get past the ants.
Right.
This bed's really comfortable.
You negotiated with the ants. So we're in that place. It has ants. It's a whole thing. We end up leaving. I asked for the money back. Airbnb is quick to accommodate. They also give us a free stay at another place, which was like we left at 11:30 at night to switch places. And we end up, the guy writes a review, the first place, the ant place.
Yeah.
And I asked everybody how I should respond. And a few people came at me. They were like, listen, man, you did what you can. These people, they gave themselves enough rope to hang themselves with.
They telling you to choose violence, or are they saying be the bigger man?
They say be the bigger man.
Okay.
Be the bigger man.
Which is hard for you.
Very difficult.
Uh-huh.
You know how many people I needed in my life to tell me to stop?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I needed a lot of people to be like, walk away.
Yeah.
Let it go, bro.
It was, which is funny because when I came in today and I brought it up, you had kind of forgotten about it.
I had.
You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those people who wronged me 2 weeks ago.
And then, immediately I go into full fucking
blood boiling immediately.
Absolutely.
You're at an 11.
Yeah, I'm sweating in the house now. So I was like, you know what, man? Let me see what these people wrote.
Yeah, because it was 2 weeks ago. That's the thing.
Right.
We had to wait 2 weeks.
And turns out I couldn't see it. But I said, fuck it. I want the people to know what these people said about me. So I left a review for them.
What'd you say?
5 stars.
All across the board.
All across the board.
Any mention of ants?
None.
No.
Clean. Great
Stellar
place.
place.
Stellar place. Would rent again.
Which I think you're trying to you want them to see it and be like, oh, now we feel bad.
Right.
He left us a good review.
Yeah, 100%. So this guy, and the one line that you had said to me, which you had umbrage with, when I was responding back and forth with these people about the ants. I was going, hey, listen, man, I got these ants. What are you guys going to do about this? Right? And there was one line that I had written in my messages that you had a problem with.
I think you said you called him Guy?
Yes.
Was that it?
Yes.
You're like, I got ants all over my stuff, Guy.
Yeah.
And that's where it began a passive-aggressive back and forth.
Right. Because the guy responded with saying, when he wrote a message, hey, man, came to the place, can't seem to find the ants. And then he signed his name as Guy.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. He didn't say comma Guy as well. Yeah. He wrote indent Guy.
Yeah.
With a capital G.
Right.
But his name wasn't Guy.
No, it was a subtle jab back.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, this is how subtle it was. Didn't even realize it till weeks later.
You didn't catch that?
Didn't catch it.
This is the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, and I didn't even, it went right over my head.
This is the short version. If you want the full thing, go back 2 episodes and hear what happened in Pittsburgh with
so
the
now
ants.
the guy, I left the review and I wanted to see his review. Okay? Here we go. Kunalarora arrived. Oh, man, he's got my name.
He's got your government?
He's got my government.
Well, he knows it was going to be read on the podcast. We do full names on this podcast.
Yeah, we do full names. He went full names?
What's this guy's full fucking name? We'll trash this dude's Airbnb listing.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you
Read the URL.
It's mad ethnic. I ain't having it. All right, so
Hold on, but yeah, that means that he had to like look you up.
he looked me up. Yeah.
Airbnb is only first and then last initial, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got me.
He's trying to scare you right off the bat.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You think I'm worried?
I am. That's parent. That's parent tactics.
Yeah.
If he says my name in full, I'm out of here, dude.
Okay. Kunalarora and Dennis Rooney arrived.
No, he didn't.
No,
I was gonna say.
I'm kidding.
I'll fucking come after this dude if he knows.
Just drive. We put the mics down and leave the Pittsburgh. We'll see you guys later. Mic drop, leave.
We follow up at his door. We're like, meet me outside. Satellite recording today.
Yeah, I got my camera, the little fucking extendo stick, and I'm fist fighting him at the same time.
It's the Blair Witch podcast.
Yeah. Kunalarora arrived on Pittsburgh first beautiful Sunday in the 70s.
Who gives a fuck what the weather was?
All right?
This guy's using the city's temperature.
All of a sudden, the Farmer's Almanac had said.
Yeah.
All right. Some ants found their way into the space. I love that.
Some ants found it
Yeah.
like migrant workers.
As if they were just knocking door to door. They were canvassing the neighborhood,
They just found their way into.
They wanted to know.
Made a wrong turn.
Would you wanted to vote for this alderman running for council?
Yeah.
And
Have you seen our colony? Because we're a little lost.
very nice. I immediately ran to the store and grabbed some Raid. Came over and sprayed and took care of it.
That's such a blanketing. I took care of it.
Took care of it. Right?
Doesn't mention that like the ants are on the second floor
Yes.
in a bedroom.
Yes.
All over the place because they were also in the shower.
I said this on the podcast 2 weeks ago. I said if there were, first of all, there were 13. I counted a baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen.
If there were 13 ants scattered through the entire 2 floors of the apartment.
And a stink bug.
And a stink bug. But I'm going to let the stink bug go.
Yeah, that thing was dead for a while.
No, that was alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a fully alive stink bug.
He really was lost.
Yeah.
He's like, I got these ants chasing me. You guys got to help me out, man.
It's like knocking on the door. You got to let me in. You got to let me in. So he got 13 ants condensed in one area.
Yeah.
That's my problem. 13 ants on 2 floors, I'll let it go.
And if you see 13 ants, though, in one area, it's like, there's more in the walls.
Absolutely.
There's more all over. Who
These
knows
are the
where?
social ants.
Yeah.
These are not the, you know what
These
I
are extrovert ants.
These are not the wallflower ants.
It's not a matter of like seeing the ants and dirtiness. It's like when you're trying to go to bed at night, they're like, psst, are you awake?
Yeah.
You still up? I was just thinking about things, my last relationship. Maybe you could offer some insight. Being from the city of rats and all. The fucking guy on Airbnb called you you said you were from the city of rats.
Right.
Bullshit.
You said night. I kind of like it when you say good night.
Not a good night.
Yeah.
Good night. I want the full. Like you mean it.
Yeah. This is something I would complain about as a kid and as an adult. All right. I took care of it, right? Okay. Some ants.
And by taking care of it, he means he sprayed Raid around the place where you were sleeping.
And started stepping on the ants.
Ha!
Yeah. Which I don't need you to take your shoes and start stepping on ants.
Yeah.
I can do that. I've got shoes. So he was so rude, calling me my guy. and was all mad. I'm all mad.
Wait a minute. He said that you were rude in person, though.
I guess so.
And did you call him my guy when
in person?
He showed up? Yeah.
No, I didn't. I did not.
Are you sure?
100%.
Okay, because I didn't think you were rude to him when he showed up spraying Raid.
Well,
we were both a little curt.
Yes.
Because we had to go to the gig.
Sure.
We were literally like running late at that point. I had to message the producer.
We are heading to work.
That's right.
See what I mean? Put yourself in that situation. When it's like you got to leave the house at 8:30 to go to work, right? Mm-hmm. It's now 8:20.
Yeah.
Maybe 8:25.
Now you got to get the landlord down here for ants?
Yeah, and this is not the time because it's just like, man, I got to start my day. So that's the situation we're in.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm just imagining this dude, like, that's how he solves any problem. Someone comes over and there's like, yeah, it's a little cold in here. He just starts stamping the ground all over the apartment. Like, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Starts kicking in shit. Here we go. Calling me my guy and was all mad. He called Airbnb and has his entire stay refunded. I mean, okay.
This is all, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah.
You didn't give him a heads up, which maybe we could have, but if you give him a heads up, what's that going to do, really?
I said to Airbnb this. I said, listen, I don't want to interact with this guy because I think it's going to be a tough situation.
Yeah.
People can get emotional.
Sure.
I said that. And they're like, we'll take care of it. And I said, great. And let him know I didn't want to leave a nasty review. Mm-hmm. Instead, let us part ways.
Yeah.
That's what my
amicable parting.
Because I understand ants are not the norm here.
Right. Yeah, we weren't accusing him of running an ant farm inside of this apartment.
Right. This guy wasn't part of the band Alien Ant Farm.
He's just, it's a one-time thing, but not while we're there. We're not putting up, you know what I mean?
No,
and anybody would have the right to like be like, I'm not doing it.
That's what I'm saying. So I wanted this to be as amicable as possible.
Sure.
I get that. Also, 17 reviews, all 5 stars. One devastating review would ruin this guy's business.
Yeah, it would certainly be tarnished. It's not a good sign.
And I get that. He called Airbnb and had his entire stay refunded. Here we go. This is the part you're going to love.
Ooh.
He has zero compassion.
I'm back on this guy's side.
You turn heel immediately?
This guy knows you so well.
I've been meaning to tell you a couple things. Zero compassion, understanding, or feelings for something so little and simple. That which was obviously totally out of my control.
These guys have like mommy issues or something.
Huge issues.
These dudes are taking this personally. This is just business.
Yeah.
And again, you kept it not personal by being like, I'm not trying to leave a bad review, but I'm not trying to pay for this.
I'm not trying to ruin your business.
I clean my hands of the situation.
Right.
No harm, no foul.
Yes.
That's essentially what it is. No harm, no foul. I know you didn't mean it, but we're not putting up with it.
Right.
Give us our money back. Whatever. We're good to go. You know what I mean?
We'll go our separate ways.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that kind of kills me is that, like, I don't like to leave shitty reviews. You know this.
I mean, I think you do if they're justified.
No, I don't. I would never have, though.
You've never left a bad review?
Never left a bad review.
Okay.
I'll tell you
just
this.
angry emails that
Just
don't
angry.
Nothing published.
Behind
private DMs.
Behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain. Okay.
I will say this, though. I did leave one bad review in my life.
10 seconds ago, I've never left a bad review.
Well, hold on.
I did leave one bad review.
I got to tell you, though.
Guy killed himself. That's why I don't leave bad reviews anymore.
I mean, that's all it is. But the guy, this is the thing. I deleted it.
Before it got published or after
it got published, I deleted it.
Were there like repercussions?
No repercussions.
This guy showed up at your door?
No. I felt so guilty.
You think this guy's listening to the I'm going back to the first and last name thing that he dropped on you, and I'm like, is he listening right now? Good.
Hit thumbs
subscribe.
Down.
Yeah.
We know you're gonna.
Leave a review. Share it.
We know you're gonna. You and your boys?
You're getting off a little bit.
You and your guys?
You're getting off on us talking about it. You're still upset. You're like, look at these cocksuckers. It's kind of cool though, right?
He's probably huffing the raid.
He's inviting the ants over. Boys, get a load of this.
Look at this fucking asshole. They're concerned for him. Eric, you think you should be doing that?
I gotta call my mom. He's just rocking back and forth. It's like, I think something else is bothering me.
The queen of the ants comes out.
I'm not your mom.
Yeah, they put a tentacle on him.
A tentacle?
Well, you know what I mean? A little arm? A little leg?
An ant tentacle?
I don't know anatomy, man.
This became monstrous really quick.
Yeah, all right. So they're big ants. Like it's like a Kafka,
like in a it's like a
Kafka book. All right,
it's like Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes,
giant ants.
Yeah,
but then they're gentle, right?
Yeah,
weren't they gentle?
They're very gentle.
Fuck that, man.
I wanted cruel ants, just ripping the child apart. All right,
okay.
So obviously, totally something that was out of my control.
That I agree with.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But don't you think that me walking away, not leaving the negative review is the right move? This is the part that puzzles me. And then he goes, I'm surprised that someone who also hosts an Airbnb could live with such little respect for other hosts.
Could live with such little respect.
You know me out here. Living.
No respect.
Zero respect.
Zero respect.
Yeah.
You have an Airbnb that you host?
Years ago.
You got a little place somewhere?
Yeah,
you haven't told me about?
Yeah.
You got a private beach residence?
It's your place.
I'm your tenant?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave a bad review.
Go for it.
You pass it on to this guy.
This is the thing. Man.
You have no compassion.
We used to have an Airbnb. We had a 2-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
And then we had
I remember this.
The second room.
Yeah.
The second room.
Oh, that was
massive.
a disaster.
What do you mean?
In my head, it was always a disaster. I don't think you ever told me a bad story, but I was like, this guy... Because it was one of those like share a living space situations.
Yes.
It's not like you had a vacant...
But this is what we would do.
Mm-hmm.
We would do it when we went out of town.
Right.
So they had the whole place to themselves.
Okay.
But there was one girl who was there for a little while, and it overlapped with us. She's like, I was thinking about doing like a couple-month lease, and I was like, well, we got 2 trips planned. And then we left for extended periods of time.
Okay.
So she had the whole place to herself.
Any complaints from her?
Zero.
Okay. But your listing is still up probably, I guess?
No.
Or it's just in the history?
It's in the history.
That's why he saw this?
That's why he saw. I mean,
he's like, from one Airbnb host to another.
Right. This guy
shit happens, man.
This guy is really getting into like.
Come on, man. You're part of the Airbnb family, my guy.
He gets really deep into it. From one guy who also lost his father to another.
You know, Mr. Airbnb, who founded Airbnb 20 years ago, he was always about compassion, which you lack.
Right. Yeah. Phil Airbnb. So this is and that's it.
This dude just wanted us to swallow the ant, like he just wanted us to get past the ants and stay there, just to be compassionate.
Yeah,
like this guy is fucking. I will be honest with you, Kunal. Yeah. You know that I had hesitance. You know,
listen, nobody.
I was a little skeptical
nobody
about.
starts on my side.
Nobody starts on your side.
Absolutely, I'm aware.
Especially
of that.
me.
100%.
And I saw the ants.
Yes.
And I said this on that episode where I was like, listen, if the ants were in my room, probably a little bit of a different story.
Right.
But they were in your room.
Yes.
And I was like, listen, are you sure we can't get past this? No? All right. Well, we'll go somewhere else. No problem.
Yeah.
And then this guy starts popping off and there's a little back and forth. You call him guy. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you should have called him guy.
Right.
These guys are fucking insane.
Yeah, they're
These
nuts.
guys are batshit
They're
insane
nuts.
that they're taking it this personally.
Yeah, it's insane behavior, dude. Like, what are you doing? What do you think? I'm trying to help you.
I could have gotten past City of Rats.
Yeah.
I can't get past, like, no compassion from one Airbnb host to another.
My guy is the problem?
My guy? Yo.
Yeah.
First of all, New York, because he kind of kept pinning the New York thing on you.
Yeah, he did, right.
My guy in New York, that's fairly polite.
Yeah.
That's like letting you know, like, we could be a problem, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Or it's a correction.
Yo, my guy, watch it. You
it's
know
a
what I mean?
correction, too.
Yeah.
It's like, he's like, I'm telling you, bro, you can't get good chicken and rice from that spot. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? The falafel spot, the falafel king in Astoria on the corner, my guy. Like, it's just, like, that's it.
It's like polite, but like firm.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
It's not rude.
Yeah.
But this guy, City of Rats.
City of Rats.
Welcome to the City of Rats. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get this removed.
Was that the end of it?
That's it. Yeah,
Give me that last line one more time.
I'm surprised that someone who also hosts an Airbnb could live with such little respect for other hosts.
He's so grandiose about this.
Yeah, he is, dude.
He's so insulted.
He's so mad. He's big.
How could you live with yourself?
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm sorry.
All you did was get a refund and not stay in his fucking house.
I didn't even say bill these guys 10 over.
Oh, man.
You think that Airbnb made them pay for the extra night that we got for free?
No.
There's
no shot.
That's insane.
Airbnb is a huge company.
They're eating
that.
it.
Yeah.
They're eating
They're
it.
absolutely eating
Okay, right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, real piece of shit. Big piece of shit energy. Yeah, man.
Now, what do? Nothing, right? I'm
going to contact Airbnb and have it removed.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to have my reputation tarnished.
I don't know if that tarnishes your reputation. I think people read that and they go, this guy's fucking wackadoo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. I wish I could respond.
There's no mention of, well, he's the only one. He kind of hangs himself out to dry.
Yeah, he does.
Because your review is like, great place.
Yeah.
Just like 2 words, like stellar work, no problem.
Yeah.
This guy's like, so I had ants. Have you no compassion for ants?
I care about all living creatures living recklessly in my home. All right. Yeah, man. I don't know.
He had to deal with the ants. That's fine.
That's
He's
absolutely.
like, listen, we're going to have some humans come in this weekend. But you guys, listen, we'll charge you half, you know. Meanwhile, he comes in and murders them in cold blood.
Oh, my God. Like an ant Airbnb?
Yeah.
Oh, my. What would that be called?
Ant B&B? That's too easy.
Okay,
that's too.
You don't think I couldn't
Cut
come
that.
up?
Cut that.
You don't think
I kicked it to you for a reason,
Yeah,
right?
buddy. I came up with Ant B&B.
I gassed myself on that one. I don't know what to tell you.
That's fine. I'm gonna do one quick thing. I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna do some other stuff.
Sure.
Top 5 cities that have been tuning in. I haven't done that in a while, and I really want to talk about that. New York, of course, number 1, always in first and foremost. L.A. There we go.
Okay.
Sydney, Australia.
Okay.
Not bad.
Another city of rats.
Yeah, another city of rats.
Sydney of rats.
Sydney, Chicago.
All right.
Yeah.
Chi-town.
Yeah, the windy city of rats.
Yeah, Windy City. These are all our city of rats.
Yeah, Austin.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, keep Austin ratty.
Keep Austin ratty.
Yeah.
Austin's. I've never been to Austin. I don't know. A lot of homeless. Too many homeless for there to be rats in that city. I'd imagine.
They eat the rats. Top 5 countries. I'm taking the U.S. out of this, obviously.
Okay.
Australia.
Sure.
United Kingdom.
What is that exactly?
What do you mean?
United Kingdom, that's just Britain, right?
It's just Britain. No, it's not Ireland. I'm sorry.
Or Scotland, though.
It's not Scotland.
What about Wales?
No.
I think Wales is in there.
Is there?
I don't know.
Whatever. Germany. Norway, and Canada. Thank you, guys.
Norway. What up, Norway? Thanks,
yeah.
man. Love Roald Dahl.
Thank you. That's
I think he was Welsh.
Buddy, you came in with an author.
Strong.
I'm
Strong.
I thought Roald Dahl was the guy who played M. Bison on Street Fighter, the movie.
You thought I was having a stroke. Roald Dahl.
Yeah. I thought it was like an Indian dish.
You didn't say anything about my haircut. I feel like a Street Fighter. I feel like a Street Fighter character.
You do
with
look
this haircut,
great,
right? Do I
look
great?
good.
Really?
Yeah, you do.
All right, thanks. That's all I needed.
Yeah,
Keep
you're
rolling.
welcome.
Ireland, you better get on that top 5 list.
100%.
I'm related to half the fucking country over there.
Right.
You ought to be listening.
Dude, this is what's been... So I was... a lot of shit's been happening in New York City where the mayor has had problems with the cops.
Yep.
So-
Eric Adams, right?
Eric Adams. Eric Adams, our mayor.
Black cop.
Black cop. Black former cop. Okay?
Still black, former cop.
Still black, no longer a cop.
Some would say more of a cop than a black. Not me.
Well, you did.
I like you. You couldn't separate yourself from that statement more clearly. Have you no compassion?
I wanted to jump out of the frame. So
I talk to people. That's why they're saying it.
That's
Trust
fine.
me.
Okay, you got your ear to the streets.
I got my ear to the
Yeah,
streets.
You got a fresh haircut, ear right to the streets. No interruption here. So the guy said that there's been a lot of problems with homeless people and crime in the subway, and there was this whole thing about the cops being on their phones.
Okay.
This is all as a result of the height of this was the subway shooter.
Yeah,
There was
Brooklyn.
a guy who shot up, people in the subway in Sunset Park, and a lot of people were complaining that the cops are on their phones. And I said to myself, man, Eric, if Eric does this, if he says to the people, to the citizens of New York City, he goes, man, I hope he doesn't tell regular people to start filming cops being on their phone.
You're hoping he doesn't tell.
Doesn't, yeah.
Why do you think he would?
Because because to me it just seems like politicians aren't making smart moves.
Are you saying like you think he might tell the people to be the big brother again?
Yes.
Like, hey, if you see a cop being lazy on his phone, film him,
Right.
And we'll
Right.
give him a bonus.
We'll give him triple overtime.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like I was like, I hope he doesn't do that.
I don't think he would. That's what I'm saying. He's a former cop. He's gonna figure out some way to be like, yeah, man, you're gonna look at your phone sometimes. They're probably researching criminals. Certainly, they're not looking at Instagram.
Here we go. Updated April 27th.
You fucking did this to me. Just
See a cop on a phone in a subway station. New York City mayor wants you to send him a pic.
you motherfucker.
What?
You fucking baited and switched me.
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
All right. Okay. What are you
Bro.
doing for the Ukraine,
Bro,
Kunal? Nothing?
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have to. You want to know why? Zero compassion.
Zero compassion.
Zero compassion.
How do you have the will to live?
I don't think he's
That's kind of what he said. How can you live with yourself?
Yeah, how can you
How do you have the will to live?
No,
They're
those
pretty
are
close.
Those are two different things.
How do you live with yourself?
Yeah, how do you live with yourself?
It's like, kill yourself.
It'd be so funny if he put like in parentheses, whisper, kill yourself.
He takes a picture of ants spelling out kill yourself.
Kill yourself. Or like the hangman thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
K blank LL
Yeah.
self.
Oh my God. Or my name, and then the dashes, and then the guy hanging himself. Okay.
The more I think about it, I really don't like that first line. Who does this guy think he is?
What do you mean?
Using your government.
Yes, government.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
My man went government.
Actually, that's the biggest reason that you can get Airbnb to pull it off easily is be like,
Yes.
listen, I can't have my government name out there.
Absolutely.
I'm out here fucking
In the streets.
pulling schemes on these people. I don't want them to
I'm out here getting refunds left and right.
get refunds, baby.
Okay, so he said
So this mayor
yes.
is a rat.
He's a rat.
He's a rat's rat.
He's a rat's rat.
City of rats.
The mayor is a rat. We're going to start taking very aggressive actions to make sure police are patrolling our subway system and not patrolling their iPhones, Adams said. You are going to see a visual difference in policing in the next couple of weeks. Adams, a former transit officer himself, said he used to patrol by himself on subways. Now he said it's not uncommon to see a group of transit officers hanging out by the booth. I'm disappointed in the deployment of transit personnel. Adams often checks out the subway system overnight. He said some officers tell him they're frustrated when they see other officers not doing their job. You see that? Send me a photo and I'll be at the station, he said. This is the thing, man. You can't... First of all, I don't understand why police officers don't have their phones locked up.
I mean,
This is what I want to discuss.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have their phones locked up. I'm pretty critical of the police, as I think we've noticed at this point.
You're anti-police.
I am not anti-police.
Yeah.
I am pro-police reform.
Yeah, you're
How about that?
You're Red Lives Matter. The
Who
blood
are
of
they?
cops.
No, I'm pro-police reform,
Yes.
but I'm definitely not anti-cops.
No,
I
know,
think
I know,
there's
I
a
know.
need for the police.
Of course.
And I don't think you should, if you're a cop, yeah, you can look at your phone once in a while.
Sure.
If I see 4 transit cops hanging out by a booth all looking at their phones, or just doing that cop stance where they hook the thumbs inside the vest and they're all 4 guys standing around like that, fucking go find something to do, dude. Find something to do or just take a walk.
I never see them walking.
They just float along?
No. They're in wheelchairs.
They're ghosts. Ghost cops.
They're coming to NBC.
Coming to NBC.
This is the thing. I don't. Oh my God, Ghost. Like the movie Ghost. Remember the movie Ghost?
I never saw it.
All right, never mind. They just never.
I mean, I know what it's about.
Yeah.
It's Whoopi Goldberg fucks a ghost.
They never have to use the turns. They never hop the turnstile. They just float through.
Ooh.
That would be dope, right?
Or they just go through the grates like
Yeah.
the fucking metal door,
Yeah, they go train car to train car.
They're transplasmic?
I don't know.
Phantom plasmic? I don't know.
All right, the point is this.
Yes.
Listen, I just don't. I never see them walking. I always see them just standing.
If you got time to lean, you got time to go and clean up a homeless man's shit. All right, that's my opinion.
You know the old poem.
Put a mop in these cops' hands.
You know the
all
old
right?
phrase?
Yeah.
If you got time to clean, you got time to lean down and pick up a homeless man's turd.
You ever ask for a cop for like help or like some sort of like hey, there's this happening, and they just brush you off? It's happened to me.
Has it?
Yes.
Tell me.
I've just been like, hey, there's a guy
What was
like
the
making a
situation?
scene. I've been in the subway and been
Okay.
like walk from one end to the other because some guy's like freaking out and scaring people.
Paint the picture.
Paint the picture. I don't know. I'm on like probably the 7 train.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm on the platform. This is
Sure.
above ground still.
Yeah.
And like people are giving some crazy person a wide berth because
Sure.
he's, when crazy people are screaming and they're really just screaming to themselves. You remember when we were in D.C. before the show and there was that crazy person sitting near us outside?
So this is what happened.
Okay.
Dennis and I are waiting for the show to start. We're also trying to we grab some coffees, right? And then we're near the car, which is just around the corner from the show venue, and we got to change. And there's this guy just yelling in the middle of the street. We're sipping coffee in the park, casually just chilling. You're not even looking at the guy.
You never look.
Yeah.
You don't look.
I'm facing the direction he's in, but I'm not looking at him. But I've got an eye on him. You've got your back to him.
They are ghosts to me.
Yeah.
The mentally unstable.
Yeah,
That's how. Listen,
homeless people are ghosts.
if you're not helping them directly,
Yeah.
treat them like they're not there.
If you're not solving the reason they're ghosts.
Yeah, if you're not trying to
you're not helping them-
Casper them into the afterlife, like they got unfinished business and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
If you're not helping them finish their unfinished business,
Right.
you don't see them, you don't hear them.
And the only way you can help them finish the unfinished business is money.
Yeah. 50 cents.
Yeah,
It's
50
really,
cents.
that's the toll.
I just need $12 to
need-
go into the afterlife.
to get across the Hades.
I just need $6 on each eye.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like even if I've had homeless guys get pretty close to me,
Right.
and they're screaming at me.
Yes.
Don't look at, and if I do look at them, I glance at them.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Don't change my expression, and just look away. Because they're not just going to come up and attack you.
So tough for a homeless person. You know what I mean? If you're like crazy.
See me.
Yeah. They are ghosts, dude. They're just like, why don't you see me?
Yeah, but like,
Or like neglected girlfriends.
it's the only kind I've ever had.
Yeah. That's all homeless people.
See me.
Why don't you see me?
You just throw pennies at them. Just like, leave me alone.
This is not what I mean.
But like I've had that happening pretty
Yeah.
close to me, and enough where like the guy's scaring people around him, and people are like moving away from him. And I'll see I've seen a transit cop 20, 30 yards away. I
Yes.
walk down like, hey man, there's a guy like creating a huge scene down there. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Just leave him alone. He's all there all the time. It's like, oh, he lives here, so he's got squatters' rights. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's Earl. You don't know Earl?
Yeah,
He yells
leave him
at
alone.
Dude, I remember living in Kensington in deeper Brooklyn, and there was a guy who had bags upon bags of just shit in the subway.
Like shit?
No, not shit,
Okay.
shit. Like his stuff.
Yeah.
He was just a Chinese dude.
Cornered it off.
Cornered it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one day going to give him money. and I saw he had a jar of singles.
Yeah.
This thing was jam. It's not like the singles were lightly in the jar.
Uh-huh.
We're talking fist, like each single pressed up against the glass. Like it was just being, and I was like,
They're single, so he's got like $80, and you're like, he's all right.
dude, this was a big fucking jar.
How much money do you think was in there?
I think $700.
So you think $700, someone no longer needs help? That's the other thing too. You can give these people money, but we have
What's your limit, man? Well, how much money you got to see on that? You got $700.
Well, I told you I got taken for $5 a couple weeks back.
Understandable.
But what's my limit for what?
For like, if you see a guy with a jar filled with cash, brim jammed in with cash.
Is he playing an instrument? Is he entertaining at all?
No.
Is he
He's just got
reciting soliloquies?
I mean, if you mean racial slurs, then, then yes, he's got quite
Are
a
the racial
soliloquy.
slurs in iambic pentameter? Because that would be impressive.
I wish I could do iambic pentameter with a racial slur right now.
I know what it is. I still can't do it.
Yeah.
Still can't do it
Yeah.
because I'm not going to get canceled over this podcast.
Absolutely
If
not.
I haven't already.
Right.
What's my limit? I don't know. 2 jars?
If this guy is playing Edward 40 Hands with jars of singles, I'm not giving him money.
Also, if he's cornered off a piece of the subway, this guy, by any New York City standards, has like a $700 rent amount of space. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, there's tiny apartments in New York City that are like closets.
Yeah.
If this guy has half of a closet and he's got it for free, and it's right next to the subway,
No,
that's
he was
pretty
in
decent.
the subway station.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's like footsteps away from the train.
Yeah.
These are things every New York City person wants. They want to be close to the train.
what I'm saying.
They want their own space.
Right.
This guy's not paying rent.
Yeah.
Jar of cash.
Yeah. I once saw a woman hand him Chinese food, and she did not seem uncomfortable about it. Like, this is something she does regularly. I believe this guy is crazy, and his family knows that he's there, and then they give him money and food from time to time, because he didn't look like famished.
Sure.
He didn't bother anybody.
Did he look happy?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say happy.
Content?
What ghosts are happy?
I don't know. There's some on Scooby-Doo I remember, but they wound up being people, I guess.
These meddling kids.
I had a great time.
Yeah, no, I don't know. He didn't look happy.
That is a lot of homeless people, though, too, is where it's like they're not completely cut off from the entire world. They have people maybe check in on them, whether
Right.
it's family or whatever.
That's
but like,
often a case, though, right? Because like they're mentally unwell, and then they have family that checks in on them, but then they're just kind of left to their own devices.
yeah, well, they probably refuse a certain amount of help.
Right.
They're like, listen, bring me dollars, bring
Yeah.
me Chinese food,
Right.
leave me alone.
Right, and they can't be around other family members because they could be a danger to those family members.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
So kill all the homeless? Is that what you're
That's
saying?
what we're going.
Kill the homeless.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
100%.
But if they're violent, outbursting, stay away from them
Sure,
unless
sure.
you are a public social worker. or
But
something.
getting back to it, man, the thing is this: like, I don't think that it's a good idea to have the regular citizens policing the police.
Oh, every time I've seen a video online of someone filming the cops always take it very well in stride. They're never like, put your phone down now.
I'm telling.
Hands behind your back.
All it's going to take is one person to get shot in this situation. And
Yeah.
this city is in a bad place, dude. And I hate to say that on a public place, but it just really upsets me that you now have the mayor asking citizens to take pictures of police when, dude, have a conversation with the fucking cops.
Well, he's claiming that it's like you're going to see a new...
Yeah.
Policing is going to look different for the next... He even kind of said for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
You know, because we're making a big deal about it right now. But it's not something that's going to stick around. I think cops need to have their cell phones for the same reasons that anyone should have their cell phone on them at work.
Okay.
What if there's an emergency?
Sure.
What if you need to, what
Right.
if there's a piece of vital information you need to get to?
This is the thing. I honestly think that they should have cell phones that they're given to them.
Cop phones?
Yes.
Walkie-talkies?
No.
No, I hear you.
Yeah,
Cop phones, yeah.
But it forwards to it's from their number rerouted to the cell.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could
work.
forward that over.
No Facebook on there?
No Facebook.
No apps?
We're talking flip.
Yeah.
Flip phone, dial, boom, done.
Yeah,
If you
maybe.
need to get in touch with somebody that's from your family, now they have access to you. I don't see how difficult that is. Instead, you're going to have citizens going through the subways, taking pictures of cops. What, from across fucking subway trains, like across the goddamn platform? This is the kind of world we're trying to live in now?
I mean, someone's got to police the police, but usually when citizens try to do it, it does not end well for them.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea, man.
Eric Adams is like, he's telling people to like film the police, and he's telling the cops like, listen, if someone films you, you beat the shit out of it. You get that phone. I can't have that footage coming out.
But then he also said 2 weeks ago, stop being on top of my police officers while they carry on their jobs. Not acceptable and won't be tolerated. So now I got to be a distance away and still get a good picture of the cop and then somehow rat him out to somebody.
He's telling civilians, he's like, listen, if you're filming a cop and they start to escalate the situation, it's up to you to de-escalate it. If you want, we will be having civilian de-escalation seminars.
We're going to be giving citizens guns and tasers.
We're going to be giving citizens 2x4s and cans of Raid to defend themselves.
They're supposed to know the difference between the taser and the gun, much how cops have never been able to.
Yeah, oftentimes.
Yeah. No, man, this is shit behavior for running a city, is what I'm saying. And
it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can't be. And this is the thing, dude. You were a former cop. That's the reason people just wanted you in, because they were like, you're a former cop. You know what cops are about. You could bring the city together, being black and being a former cop.
I know what cops like. I know what cops want.
And it's just a guy with a nightstick up his ass.
Jeez, I was going to make it personal like that, but okay.
Just waving the nightstick out of his ass.
I know what cops want. I'm going to get shot by a cop one of these days.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
like an
way around
Amadou
it.
Diallo song.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, God, man. That was the guy who had a plunger stuck up his ass.
Sounds ethnic.
Yeah.
Wait, he had a plunger stuck up his ass?
Yeah, I believe by cops. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's, okay.
Yeah, or like a broom.
That's always fun when you hear about something like that cops did.
Or he got shot 50 times. I don't remember.
Like punching some guy who's chained to a hospital bed. Like, remember when you called me it earlier? Bah! It's like, and his friend's filming him, and then he goes like that afterwards, like, police, bro.
Unit 7-5. What up? We here? It's like nuts, dude. Like, it's crazy behavior, man.
I mean, I see too much of it, but I seek it out. I told you, I look on the Reddit threads for these sorts
you're
of
all
things.
about
It's not
shit.
good.
Dude, this is one more thing that I want to get into, and I'm impressed by this. This woman, COVID frontline doctor, allegedly outed. She said she claimed to be a frontline doctor. Okay. She's like, I'm wearing the masks. We're doing our due diligence. People are just out here not giving a fuck. We're losing. We're the ones struggling.
Yeah.
Claimed all throughout the pandemic she was suffering and dealing with all this stuff. Turns out,
what were these claims on? Just social media?
On social media. Okay. So basically, she was saying how she's a frontline worker during the height of the pandemic. She plenty of pictures and of her being masked. If you had to listen to children crying all day who are devastated that may never recover from long COVID, money not being able to tell them that everything will be okay, and you still don't want to wear a mask. Tweeted early March 2022. Turns out she's a pediatrician who works a 9-to-5 job from home.
From home? How do you pediatrize from home?
She was for a school. She was like a school nurse that she worked from home, basically.
And she got outed? Someone outed her?
Yeah, someone outed her.
And this is a worthy of journalism?
What do you mean?
Who gives a shit?
Woman's running a scam.
How many followers did she have?
I mean, too many.
She was running a scam? How? Was she asking for donations?
She wasn't. No, she was coming across as a victim.
Yeah.
And now, turns out she's not a frontline worker of any sort.
Yeah, that's what social media is for. Garnering attention that is completely undeserved. Rate, review, subscribe.
But lying, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, to her, I guarantee you, she's like, this isn't lying. This is just stretching the truth.
But you're not even remotely. That's like you saying you're a frontline worker.
I'm looking a little, laptops maybe 3 feet away.
Sure.
Asian? Is she Asian?
Asian woman. Yeah.
Well, she's got a lot of stress and pressure from outside sources, family and friends. Like,
okay.
What are you? You're a pediatrician from home for a school?
Yeah.
But meanwhile, she goes to Instagram. Now she's a frontline emergency doctor.
Right.
Who's listening to crying kids all day? I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Through the computer. She just closes the lap. She's like, there's a lot of kids crying and I just can't handle it.
You could turn down the volume, though, if your kids are crying. So these kids who would be in school if they were... Oh, no. Wait a minute. The nurses had to log in? How did this... I'm so confused by this.
But basically, you could be a school nurse from home.
During the COVID times because it was Everyone was learning from home.
Yes.
So if some kid wasn't feeling well, they'd switch over to her channel.
They go into her Zoom.
She'd be like, let me take your temperature and just touch the screen with the back of her hand. She's like, oh, you're very hot. You're very hot.
She takes the gun out and holds it to the laptop. You seem very warm.
She's like, why don't you just open your mouth and stick your tongue out, go, ah.
Yeah.
Kid's like, why did I hear a picture snap just now? What did I hear? She's like, don't worry about that. I got a lot of scams going.
She's selling these pictures to other people.
To God knows who.
Yeah. No, this is the thing. I think during the height of the pandemic, everybody was home. So she was home as well.
Yeah.
Now, if she's still being a nurse from home, I don't know. But let's put it this way. If you're nursing from home from Zoom, let's
you're
calm
doing
down.
nothing.
You're doing nothing.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah, this is a cush situation.
Yeah.
And then you get bored, and now you're going, I'm a frontline worker.
Well, I would still... No, I guess you're not a frontline worker. If you're working from home, that's what frontline is, right? You're out and about.
In the thing.
You're actively doing things. So food people were frontline workers.
Yes.
Doctors were.
You work at a spot. You're a frontline worker.
I do some butcher work.
Yes.
We can say it. I saw you hesitate.
Okay.
It's all right. First and last name.
First full jobs.
Butcher, comedian. First and last.
Comedian.
So
butcher.
yeah, I was more of a frontline worker than this bitch.
Butch comedian.
Where's my likes and follows? Butch comedian.
Yeah. No, I get it, man.
And now she's going to be mentoring people on how to be social influencers. Reality show. Ooh.
No, I don't know. But this is what it is. This is the ill of society. Right here. It's
also the New York Post.
Yeah.
Talk about the ill of society.
I understand. Man, I read the Post and I don't mind it.
You love it.
I love it.
It's meant for people like you.
What does that mean?
No compassion. How do you have a will to live?
Stop throwing the... I feel like you've talked to my therapist.
I'm going to leave you a voicemail. They're just going to be like, how do you have the will to live? Look at you. Look at yourself. You're disgusting.
I'm listening to the voicemail, looking in the mirror and crying. He's right, and it's just a rat on my shoulder.
The rat is talking to you.
Yeah.
City of Rats.
City of Rats. There was a rat in the logo for the podcast.
Do you think he saw that? That's what
he knows my full name.
For a guy who came from the City of Rats. We're going to do a show one day, and he's going to be there. You know that, right?
Absolutely.
He's going to be like, you know who I am?
We can't go to Pittsburgh.
Ever again.
Much like to places we can't go in Ohio.
Yeah, there's a lot of places. We've been raced out of a lot of towns.
Sometimes we raced ourselves.
By Airbnb hosts
yeah.
and comedy audiences.
100%.
Oh,
all right. Let's get some plugs in.
Yeah, let's do it.
May 6th and 7th, I will be at Wisecrackers in Pennsylvania. You want to go to the website All Day KCA. Tickets will be up there. Then also May 26th, I'll be at Quincy Brewing in Quincy, Massachusetts.
Nice.
And then 27th and 8th, I'll be at Rogue Island as one of the featured performers at the Rogue Island Comedy Fest. What else? I will be at the Brokerage. Be at the Brokerage. If you want to come through, say hello. May 13th and 14th, I'm doing some short sets.
Nice.
Be there for that. I'll be in Bananas Comedy Club, end of June. If you're looking to see a show in Jersey, hit me up. Let me know. See what we can do there. All Day KCA. Also, if you share a clip, if you some dude shared a clip.
I saw it.
Yeah. And he got a free copy of the album.
There you go. We appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go.
Share the reels.
Share the reels. Stop telling us that you like the clips.
Share the clips.
Share the clips.
Subscribe on Spotify.
Rate and review on iTunes.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. All it takes is just one click.
These things help.
Yeah, for the love of God.
Hour of free content every week.
I mean, in this situation, 45 minutes, but that's not the point.
It's a hard 45, though. 45. Hard hitting.
Right.
Follow me on Instagram. That's all I want. It's just more Instagram followers because it's my only social media. I deleted everything else.
Right.
Follow me on Instagram at Dennis Rooney 7. If you search for Dennis Rooney, I promise you I'll come up. It's me sitting with Clifford, the big red dog.
100%.
I'm at like 950 followers. I really want to get to over 1,000. That'll keep me happy for about 10 minutes. So let's do it. Let's make it happen.
100%. What was I going to say? A couple quick things I want to touch upon before we leave. I want to talk about this is the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. A lot of people. That's dominating the news, bro.
Who's that?
Don't pretend.
Who's Amber Heard?
That was his wife.
But who is she?
She's an actress.
Is she?
She was in Aquaman. It's a big moment.
Nobody saw that movie.
Everyone saw that movie.
I didn't see it.
Well, that's
Did you see it?
Yes. In theaters.
Who was the protagonist?
Protagonist.
Aquaman.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
All right.
It was good.
I'm mad skeptical. I don't know.
It was Black Panther of the Sea. I kid you not. The entire movie felt scene for scene.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of like racial overtones in it.
Special overtones.
I'm tired of these mammals, these land mammals, treating us like we don't belong.
You take your fucking gills and beat it. You little web toes.
Look at them.
Yeah.
They'll never forget that you're saltwater fish. Even if you move to that spring water lake.
You think you can have a regular life? You're a marine life animal. You
got some algae right there on your face.
You belong here in the reef with me.
With me in the coral.
In the coral.
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 Yeah.
I feel like we get sillier as the episode
Absolutely
goes. Coral.
Absolutely.
Thank God we had the heavy stuff at the top.
Yeah, of course. That's a good way to get them into the podcast. Just really deep shit up top, and then at the end where the fun is.
My mom told me she didn't love me this weekend, right at the top of the podcast. Oh, let's get into that.
My father's a ghost.
Like he's homeless or he's no, he's dead.
He's dead. He's full on dead.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, no. You know, it's been in the news.
Yeah, everywhere.
A lot of abuse back and forth. And this is the thing, though. Real abuse doesn't make it to the news. You know?
I don't know if I agree with that.
No, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is lighthearted.
You mean like domestic abuse?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's lighthearted.
I mean,
well, whose side are you on, first of all?
I'm on both sides.
That means you're on nobody's side.
Yeah, I'm on nobody's side.
Okay, that's a better way to put it.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm on nobody's side. She shit in his bed, supposedly.
Supposedly?
Yeah.
She never admitted to it?
No.
She hasn't come around?
He claims it was human feces. She claims it was the dog.
What is this? Fucking It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah, it's
trying
nuts.
to figure out if it's human shit or dog shit?
It's full nuts.
You put any kind of shit in front of me and I'll tell you if it's human or dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't even have a dog anymore. I just look online.
I just go through your phone.
I'm keeping sharp on my research between dogs.
You built an app? Human or dog shit?
Human or dog shit?
Yeah.
I'd go gangbusters in New York City. People would download the shit out of that app.
What, like human or dog shit?
If you could expand it to like classify any type of dump that's been taken on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So how many times you been walking down New York?
Swipe left or right?
Yeah. No, it's not a matching app. You don't match.
No. But you swipe if it's human, or you swipe
or if it's an animal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's the app.
All right, fair.
All
What do you
right.
call it? Poopster?
Ooh.
Poopster's simple.
Poopster's
It
good.
sounds childish at first, but
Yeah.
you know exactly what it is once you hear it out
Sphincter?
loud. Sphincter works better. Okay.
Right?
Sphincter.
Sphincter.
Call it Sphincter.
Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
great app. Yeah.
It's tight app.
Yeah, I swiped left on Sphincter.
This sphincter's blowing up, dude. It's blowing out, man.
It's blowing out. All right.
I don't know. I think I'm sure they're both dicks. I'm sure there's abuse on both sides. Kind of like I
course.
think that's what you're alluding to.
Yeah, 100%.
But man, is she looking bad compared to him. He is winking at the camera and shit.
Yeah. Oh, so you know. Yeah.
I'm on Reddit. Yeah,
you're
like I said, I'm on the internet.
You walked in here like, who are these people? What's
No,
happening?
well-
And then it turns out you're a court reporter.
I got Johnny Depp posters in my room hanging up. No, I know who Johnny Depp is, of course. But Amber Heard.
across the.
Never heard of you, Amber.
Never heard of.
Amber?
Okay.
Amber is the color of your celebrity?
Oh.
Whoa. I don't know. I don't care for her or Aquaman, so I hope Johnny Depp wins.
Yeah.
And I hope he gets to hit her. That's the rule. The judge is like, well, you win, so you get one clean shot.
He's putting on. He's sizing up. He's putting on rings. Well, Amber.
Let me get my pirate's rings on.
He puts on the pirate hat. He puts the bird on his shoulder.
Yep. And then he biffs it because he's a fucking celebrity and he can't fight for shit. You know
it's
it.
a weak wrist.
Yeah. He breaks his wrist on her chin.
That would be such an incredible thing to watch. No. They're both. I think they're definitely both in the
They're
wrong.
probably both
Yeah, they're
pieces
both
of shit,
crazy.
probably.
Absolutely. But to me, it's like this is comical abuse.
Yeah.
You know, I meant like real abuse, real domestic abuse doesn't make it to court. You know what I'm saying? Real domestic abuse, they're not calling the cops in.
Right.
They're calling the morgue.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then in the beginning, women were jumping to defend Amber Heard.
Uh-huh.
Because they were like, this guy's a piece of shit. He's abusive. Now they've gotten silent. Because it's been revealed. And I'm not saying that he's in the complete right here.
Sure.
I'm saying that they're both probably nuts here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's the thing. But in the beginning, women were like, Johnny Depp, bag of shit. Let's take him down.
Yeah.
And it's always when it comes to feminists and that kind of thing. Listen, I agree with all of it. Most of it. 98% of it.
Yeah, 98%.
Yeah.
98%.
98%. But you're jumping and you're fighting these, you're trying to take down these people.
You agree with them 98% because you believe them. I agree with them 98% because I'm afraid to say otherwise.
I agree with them 50%.
I agree with them 1,000%. They've never been wrong.
4%.
We support Amber Heard.
No, you know what? I'm a
shit in his bed again.
Shit in my bed.
Shit in anybody's bed you want, lady. All right.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll eat the shit. Just don't get me in trouble.
You know what's funny? The judge sides with her, and now she has to take a shit, another shit.
Like, you're forced to shit in his bed for the next 90 days.
She's so excited. She's putting rings in her ass.
She's bringing in stacks of magazines, putting them on the bed.
Yeah. She's eating she's drinking Metamucil.
Ooh, I know those effects.
Yeah. So this is the thing. But this is the thing about like taking down people, like dudes who are like shitty people. Where are the feminists? Where are the women for Hasidic women?
Oh, that's part of a religion. You can't, right? You can't tackle that.
You can't tackle that.
No.
You can't go after Hasidic Jews.
The Hasidic women have to do it for themselves, and from what I've seen, they don't really want to. I'm pretty sure they're happy with how things are.
I think they're scared.
Yeah, because they have to have sex in a sheet. The ghosts, they're scared of.
The cutouts are just one hole.
Every night when they have sex, the guy's like, oh, don't tell people I mistreat you.
Am I in or not? Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, they never go after those people.
Yeah.
And also, when I used to work at the axe throwing place, you always saw all the Hasidic women were all very, very weak physically.
Yeah.
They could barely throw the axe.
Right.
And the men were overcompensating or closeted.
Right.
And it's just like, oh, that's a big axe. And then they throw it. And it was like so much. And it's just like, where's the rescuing for these people?
I don't know. Yeah, it's the Hasidics, especially in like Brooklyn and New York and stuff. They're a very insular community.
Absolutely.
So I think even if you went to them, they'd be like, you hear this bitch trying to come after me? Tell me how don't have to listen to everything you say? She's telling me I could take my wig off. Is this true?
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not true. Just go raise your 12 kids.
You might be right, though. They might be just down for it.
I mean, it's their heritage, kind of. You know what I mean? It's how they do things.
Sure.
I ain't going to be the guy to change them. You know what I mean?
That's not a haircut. You take off a wig.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I know you got nothing.
I got nothing.
That's fair. All right. Point is, and you are right. The sheet fucking thing to me is the most hilarious thing in the world.
They need to, if they could just meet us halfway.
What do you mean?
In 2022.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some of the things they're hanging on to.
Sure.
It's like the sheet.
You say drop
thing.
the sheet.
I say drop the sheet. You know, maybe drop the wig.
Right.
Be able to touch him. If a man hands you change, you could brush his hand without having to wash your hand for 30 minutes. I might be making that one up.
Can I tell you a quick story and then we'll stop?
Sure.
A quick story. When I first started dating Dina, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were, it was like, I think I told her, we just get to know each other, that kind of shit. Like, what's your favorite cake? Yada, yada. The same way I was trying to find out what your favorite cake was.
What kind of sheet do you like to have sex?
Yeah. I told her that I had a thing for Hasidic Jews.
Do you?
Yeah.
Me too, a little bit.
Right?
Long skirts, long sleeves.
Yeah.
Does it for me.
Right?
What's under that?
Why?
What do those forearms look like?
Little hat?
Little hat?
Little tiny hat?
What are you, a pilgrim?
Yeah, they look like Abu.
What are you doing when you go home? I'm at Queens College watching them walk by. I'm just like, what do you do? Where do you go?
Where do you go?
Where do you go?
I don't got a Toyota Sienna, but you could jump in.
You look like you're baking later. You baking later?
You baking? Let me holla at me.
Holla at me. You know what? Your dough might not rise, but something else is.
So I had a thing, right?
Uh-huh.
There was something about them.
Does Dina now have a bunch of Hasidic dress-up clothes?
So hear me out.
Take it easy.
It's my birthday.
Oh, no.
It's my birthday.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And, we weren't living together at the time.
Yeah.
So she goes, go to the bedroom, close the door, sit on the bed.
Okay.
All right. It's Friday night. She goes, I got something for you. And I'm stoked. The lights all go off in the living room. Nobody's in this apartment, just her and me. Her friends are out of town. I'm like,
I got to put this pillow here real quick.
Use the one with the logo, please.
Yeah, right.
So now I just see candlelight flickering.
Because it's a Sabbath. It's after 8. You can't use electricity.
Dude, I'm getting so fucking excited. I'm getting so stoked.
You're singing.
I'm singing Jewish hymns. So I'm thinking I'm going to walk out there and it's just going to be her holding up a sheet. I'm thinking my mind is racing. Like full erection. Yeah. I'm stoked.
Menorah's lit. It's June. Who gives a shit?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm about to pass over. You know what I mean? She gonna light my menorah, and we ain't gonna need
Mazel tov.
the crime. So and then she goes, "Come out," all sexily. I'm stoked. I immediately run to the door. I open it, and she's holding an ice cream cake with candles. Yeah.
Amish ice cream cake?
It's got a man with a beard on it.
Is it a dreidel on it? Yeah. Is it at least in the icing?
Right? Yeah.
Does it say happy birthday, Kunal?
Chappy birthday? So I go, oh, I thought you were going to be dressed up as a Hasidic woman. She goes, what? And I go, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Is that what you see me as?
Yeah.
Some sort of plaything for your fantasies?
And we're just eating ice cream cake and it's so uncomfortable.
In the dark.
Yeah.
You've got an erection.
I still haven't blown out the candles. So, anyway.
Well, there's always next year.
There is always next year. There's always this year.
It won't be me. I ain't taking that one for the team.
I looked way too hard.
Yeah, you're like, right? There's this here, right?
Okay. All right. We're good.
All right.
And you know what I like to do? By the way, I've been starting to do this. I want us to, we mug at when I say the thing, when we go, meet me outside, all right?
Hey.
Yeah. And as always, meet me outside.